Welcome, or wrist, and welcome to another unboxing. Now, taking a quick look at this box, it does look a little ragged, and that's because Time Factors shipped it to me in like this bag, and they did it last time, so I kind of expected it to end up like this. Now, as you can see from that front portion, I've taken out some documents. This is where my invoice was, so that's why it's cut open. All right, let's get into it. So opening her up, inside, nothing much. This is just that outer cardboard box. We can throw that away. Here we get plastic sleeve and a travel case. Time Factors on the top there. Now, I like this packaging. It's, simple, compact, but it's functional. So it's a travel case. Ooh, let's get this open for the watch. So it's not just a box. You can actually use it to, put your watch in and take it around. Inside, this is the Smiths Everest, Smiths PRS-25 Everest. And this one, it's a little different to the one I got last time, but we'll put the watch to the side for now and we'll take a look at what we get inside. So here's the pillow. And as you can see by the sides there, it does attach to these sides, so it's easily, detachable and easy to pop back in there. Just like this, line them up and push down on the sides. So it's nice and secure. Keep it, snug so it won't fall out. All right, here's the pillow, soft material so it doesn't scratch your watch. Let's do a squish test. Feels great. Nothing special, but it gets the job done. Now, inside we get a nice microfiber cloth, Time Factors there, so you can wipe your watch. And we get the booklet. So this will have some information about the watch, as well as your serial number, date of purchase, and here, this is the updated PRS case back with Mount Everest there. So just some information, nice to have. It's nothing too special, very thin, won't take up a lot of room. All right, let's put this to the side. Now, the actual carry case itself, that same inner lining as the pillow, a leathery outer in this like bluish purple color. Feels very nice. Gets the job done. It's nothing too special. I know you can get these, fairly, these are fairly affordable if you were to purchase these separately, not from Time Factors. I mean, you can get them elsewhere, I'm sure, at a much cheaper price, but it's cool that they actually give you one. So let's try to connect this pillow back. Boom, just like that. It's a bit finicky behind the camera, but I'll try my best for you guys. And boom, you can see there, pillow's back in, nice and secure. This folds in and buttons up. Okay, nice and compact, nice and small, so you can just chuck it in a bag or put it anywhere. Alrighty, let's get to the watch. Here's the watch, the Smiths Everest PRS-25. Now, it has all its stickers on, so let's go ahead and take those off. Let's peel these bracelet stickers off first. Nice and satisfying. And I love taking off stickers on new watches. It's just a satisfying experience. Put these stickers to the side there. Top one's done. Of course, there are ones on the bottom too. Stick on the clasp. Let's get that off. Very nice. Let's take these bottom stickers off. There we go. Now there are some still on the clasp, but I'll leave them there for now. Let's take this one off. Oh yeah, to reveal that nice dial. And there's one on the case back. Let's get this one off. To reveal that case back so we can get a better view. Alright, I'll size this up and then we'll come take a closer look at the watch. Alright guys, stickers are off, so let's take a closer look at the watch. Now, the biggest difference between this iteration and the previous iteration is probably the bracelet. As you can see here, we get a Jubilee bracelet compared to that 3-link oyster style vintage bracelet. Now, why did I get another Everest instead of just buying, the Jubilee that they offered? Well, first, the Jubilee was out of stock. And, as most know with time factors, it's pretty hard to purchase something from their site when they're not open. And when I saw this pop up, I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone. Yes, I'd get the Jubilee, but there was also something else that made me want to get the new iteration, and that was the case back. Now, as you can see from the case back, this differs from the previous one because it has Mount Everest on there. It has that Mount Everest motif with the Smiths logo smack bang right in the middle. So this was a cool feature, a cool nod to their history, and I thought I might as well just get it because I did want the Jubilee, and because it does have that new case back, kind of makes this one a little more special. Now let's take a look at that dial there. We get that classic black dial with the 369 numerals and those markers with that triangle marker at the 12. Now this logo, it is that old style logo which I absolutely love, with that Smiths crown logo there and Everest at the 6 o'clock to remind you of its history. We do get those polished Mercedes hands and lollipop seconds, and it does, still evoke that Explorer-esque aesthetic. The case, circular brushing on the lugs, polished bezel and polished sides, and it's rounded as well. And that side profile shot just looks amazing. I like how these lugs come to a sharp point. It just gives it more of a vintage feeling. Now the bezel with the crystal, I like how the crystal, it's not a completely domed. It's kind of like a hybrid between a box and domed sapphire crystal, and it just flows smoothly into that bezel and then the mid case there. The way the bracelet meets the case, it's actually quite nice. I like how these lugs kind of overhang that first end link and into that first link there. Makes it look more cohesive and makes it flow a lot better. Now, I think this Jubilee makes the watch look much better than the original oyster style bracelet. That's because I think that original bracelet kind of made the watch look more bulkier than it really is. This Jubilee really slims it down a lot, and it ties in well with that polished bezel. So you can see the polished center links of the Jubilee really just flow well from that polished bezel. And I like it because it gives it a point of difference from the Explorer. As we all know, the Explorer comes on that oyster bracelet. Here with the Jubilee, it does make it a little different and gives it its own identity. The crown, signed and polished, is screw down as well, so you can rest assured with that extra water resistance. The clasp, we get brushed in the middle with that Smiths branding and logo, polished on the sides there. Buttons feel great. Now this style of clasp, you do see it on a lot of these independent watch brands. I feel like it might be like a manufacturer where they just put on logo, but not too sure. You get 3 points of micro adjustment and you actually get quite a lot of links to play around with. So this is how many I took out. I have a 6.5 inch wrist, so you do get, you know, quite a few to take out, put in, depending on your wrist size. Now, at first, I thought these links were push pins, but they're actually screws, and they're like, you know, a bit smaller than usual, but that's good to see. I like screws because it makes it easier to take out and remove, which you know, is really great when you're first getting sized. And do keep in mind though, when you size the watch, make sure you go back and tighten all the screws, because they do come a little loose, to make it easier to adjust to your wrist. Now, speaking of wrist, let's get this on my wrist. So right here, I have about a 6.5 inch wrist, and this is a 36mm watch. So right there, that Jubilee is very comfortable, as you'd expect from this type of bracelet. Those shorter links help to wrap around the wrist nicely, and there's no hot spots at all. If you're thinking about getting an Everest, I really think you should get it on the Jubilee. It gives it a point of difference from the Explorer, and switches it up from that oyster style bracelet. Those polished center links just make it flow a lot better compared to that all brushed bracelet, because you do get that polished bezel, the polished sides, and just a bit of polish on the bracelet really helps to tie everything together. It really makes it look, you know, a lot more refined, and just gives it its own identity. Now, it's so strange that a change in the bracelet really just changes, you know, the look and feel of a watch. And guys, keep in mind, this one does come with that case back. I really hope Time Factors continues to offer the Everest in the Jubilee. Maybe they should offer it on both options, where you're when you're checking out, you could choose. But guys, it's so hard to snag one of these that, you know, if you spend your time deciding between the bracelets, they might be gone, because this one did sell out rather quickly, just like you know, all the other times they offer the Everest. It's quite a popular watch, and I know it's very difficult to get one. So guys, there it is. Once I spend more time with the watch, I'll do a review. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more watch content. I'll see you in the next one.